Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Survey-to-Sale, and this is how you will go about creating your very first survey. What you'll do is after you log in, you'll click on the big plus button here to add new survey, and that will take you to the very first step. So first thing you want to note is how this actually works is the survey will be created sort of on the fly as you go about creating the survey. So this is sort of what it will look like as it appears on your website. So here we want to create a greeting. So you can see here I sort of have, time to save some cash as the, suggested greeting, but it can be whatever you want. Hi there, would you like to save some cash? Okay, and you can see it sort of reflects exactly what it will appear like on your website. Then we can go to the next step. And here we can create what's called a sub-greeting, or a greeting subheading, rather, which is where the text will appear just below the greeting. So this is where you can sort of explain a little bit more about your survey. You see here it says each survey answer grants you more savings. That's sort of my suggested text, but again, you can put whatever you like. Like, let's say you want to be very specific with how much money this person is going to save. So we can say maybe save up to, $50 off my product. Okay? And this is where you can start with a savings starting point. Now, you can put either a percentage or a dollar amount. Now, since I've specified a dollar amount up here, it might make sense to do a dollar amount down here. So we can start it at $10. And we can say that the savings increment will be $10 as well. So that means that for every question that you fill out, they will save an additional $10. So we'll say next to go to the questions section. And here you can start adding the questions. So the first question we can put is, how did you hear about us? Okay. And you can specify the type of answer. So you have a few to choose from. You can choose checkbox, multiple choice, email, or text area. So for now, let's do multiple choice. So that sort of gives them the choice of one of the following options. So we'll add an answer and we'll say, okay, let's see, how did you hear about us? Google is always a popular choice. And then you can say, I don't know, maybe Yahoo, maybe Bing, word of mouth. Maybe you were on a podcast, and you can sort of, go wild and add as many answers as you like. And you see it sort of displays over here how the survey will actually appear on your website. And you can change the number of columns if you want it to appear in 3 different columns. See how it sort of groups them by 3, or you can say 1 column. But as you can see, this sort of pushes the next button off the screen, so you'll have to be sort of wary of how the layout and design actually looks. So I think 2 columns makes the most sense, so we'll do that. And then here we have the option of adding a coupon code. Now I've made this optional on purpose for the following reason. Here, if you specify a coupon code in this box, this will sort of give the website visitors an opportunity to stop filling out the survey and exit the survey to claim that particular coupon code. So this coupon code here is tied in exactly with this question number 1. So if you have a coupon code here, if you enter one, you'll have to create a coupon code in your payment processing system that will allow them to save $10, okay? So maybe this coupon code is save 10, for example. So if we do that, then when they go to the next question, then up here, the actual subheading will disappear and it will be replaced with a line of text saying, click here to claim your $10 off coupon. Okay, so again, if you put in the coupon code here as an optional field, that's sort of how the functionality will go about playing itself. If you don't put a coupon code here, then you can put a coupon code at the very end, at the very last screen, and then it will display just the 1 coupon code. So your website visitors will not have the opportunity to exit the survey. They'll have to fill out every single question in order to get access to that coupon code. Okay, so it's completely up to you how you want to make it work. So for here, I will put save 10, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to click on next. I'm going to click on add question because I want to add another question. Okay, so when I click on add question, you see this changes to save $20 now. Okay, and you can add another question. So for example, we can say something like, tell us what you like about our product. Okay, so now you can say for the type of answer, you can choose text area. So this allows them to actually fill out exactly what they want to fill out in terms of words, okay? So they can type in whatever they want, and that will be reflected in the actual survey response section when you want to go and check out what people have said in response to your survey. So now to keep consistent here, I would suggest, since we entered a coupon code in the first question, you have to go ahead and add another coupon code. So for example, save 20 represents the save $20. So I wouldn't recommend going and only putting in one of these coupon codes. So if you actually fill out a coupon code in the previous question, then for every next question that you add, I would suggest you also add a coupon code that corresponds with the question that you've created. All right. So now let's go ahead and add another question. For this one, I want to choose sort of like a checkbox answer. So let me think of what I can ask that would sort of relate to a checkbox. So how about we say this? What do you like about our product? Or maybe what features do you like about our product? Okay, so then you can choose checkbox, and this allows them to pick multiple different answers. So maybe you can say, how it looks. You can say, I don't know, how it sounds. You can say how awesome the tutorials are. You can go wild here and do whatever you like. And then let's say nothing at all. It's for a little bit negative, but who knows? So there you go. So that sort of gives you the idea of now they can go in and check multiple answers when they're filling out the survey. And again, the same column rule applies, but you also have to be wary of how it's going to look in the final product. So I think 2 columns here makes the most sense. And then again, we don't want to forget, since we filled out coupon codes in the previous screen, we want to continue to fill out coupon codes here. So since since I've specified that I want to save $50 off my product, that means I'm going to have another 2 questions. So let me just fire one up here real quick. How about we ask, would you recommend my product to your friends? Okay, and that'll be a simple yes or no, so we can do multiple choice and say yes or no. And maybe we can make this 1 column so it sort of appears above and below each other nicely. And again, coupon code, let's say save 40 this time. So you see how these coupon codes sort of match what dollar amount you're saving. But again, you don't have to do it this way. You can choose whatever coupon code you like, or you can even omit the coupon codes from all the questions and just give a coupon code at the very end. All right. So finally, we go and add our last question, and this is where you can actually tie it in with an email delivery system. Okay. So you can say, what's your best email address? All right, and you can choose type of answer, email. And when we choose this type of answer, you can actually see that you can add a first name and a last name box, so it actually captures the first and last name. For now, I'll just choose to show the first name only. And you can actually link it with an email delivery system. So for myself, I can link it with my MailChimp email delivery system. And this will automatically go in and check and see what email lists have been set up inside of MailChimp. And so I can say maybe the Survey-to-Sale email list is what I want to tie this particular input field in with, is the email list, the Survey-to-Sale email list. And I can choose whether or not I want it to be a double opt-in or not. Okay. And again, don't forget, we want to fill out the coupon codes. Let's say save 50, and then we are done. So we can click on the next button. So here's the sort of the final, what the screen will look like, the final screen will look like for your website visitors. So here you'll notice that it says there's a variable list that we recommend we use, and in this case, it's the coupon variable. So here's where it displays the coupon variable, and you'll see it says, here is your coupon code, and then it displays this coupon with this sort of funny look to it. Now, this is actually a placeholder, and this is done on purpose. This is actually going to function as a variable. So if or when your website visitors land on this sort of final screen, it will actually display the appropriate coupon code depending on how far they have come along in their survey. Okay? So for example, if they've only filled out 2 questions and then they click on the I'm done, the survey, I would like to exit, or whatever the terminology or the wording is that appears, what they will see is they will see the save 20 coupon code. So this will actually appear and say save 20, and again, that will depend on how many questions they filled out. All right, so it's just a placeholder that we use to appropriately show the correct coupon code for them. So there you go. That's and then on the screen itself, you can go ahead and modify it. Like if you want to, make it bold. If you want to change the color, you can change the text color. Maybe show it as red. You can change the format and add a strike through if you like. You can do whatever you want. You can even add a link, so you can say here's your coupon code, and maybe say you know grab this stuff and insert a link and have it point to http://example.com and say okay, so that turns that into a link. So this is very flexible. You can make it look and feel however you like. But another cool feature is you can actually add a countdown timer. So you can actually type in something like 10 minutes and a countdown timer will actually appear, and this will start to count down while the actual website visitor has completed their survey. So it'll actually sort of add some fuel to the fire for them to go ahead and redeem the coupon code. So that's actually pretty neat feature. All right. So now let's go to the next and final screen. And this is where you will set up your actual website where you want this survey to show up. So for myself, I want it to show up on Survey-to-Sale.com. And also I've added some conversion tracking. So if you have a thank you page, you can actually have it showing in here. You can paste in your thank you URL page. I don't have one at the moment. Actually, maybe I do. I can say survey-to-sale.com/thank you.html. I'm not sure if that's the correct URL, but this thank you page is when your customers have actually purchased your software or whatever it is, or your service, your product. After they've purchased, it will forward them to a thank you page. So this thank you page exists only to be displayed after your customers have made a purchase. So if that's the case, then this page someone will only land on this page when they have purchased your product. So then we can actually track it inside of here. And if we do that, then you can actually enable, I should type in a correct URL here, http://. And once you've done this, you can actually enable the split testing. So you can actually split test on and off. You can have it randomly display or not display the survey to your website visitors, so you can actually see how well your conversions are doing. So if you get better conversions with the survey, then that's great. You can see exactly how much better your sales are because you've added this survey. All right. And finally, you can add a pop-up delay if you like. So if you want to add sort of like a little delay before the survey actually pops up and actually prompts them to fill out the survey, you can go ahead and enter however many seconds you want that delay to be. Okay. And I forgot about this one. You can actually enable an exact website match or not. So if you want the survey to appear only on this website, so only if someone is on survey-to-sale.com should you display the survey, then you would want to enable the exact website match. But for example, if you wanted it to, if someone were to land on survey-to-sale.com/thank-you.html, and if you wanted the survey to appear if they were to land on that page as well, then you probably should disable the exact website match. And there's this little chart down here that will explain, in more detail how that actually works. All right. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and click on Finish, and that will bring us back to our home screen. And then all you need to do is make sure that you go ahead and copy, paste the code snippet onto your website. So if I click on the Get Code Snippet, this is the code that you need to make sure that you paste onto any page or every page that you want the survey to actually appear on. Okay, so you can go ahead and if you have like a WordPress site or something, there's a bunch of documentation in the help section for how to set that up. But you can go ahead and add that to like your footer.php file if you have WordPress, or obviously if you have Optimized Press or lead pages or any of the other software. There's very easy ways to integrate this script into those pieces of software. So you have it displaying on every page, and then once you have this sort of code on every single page, then that's where the exact website match and all that stuff I was talking about previously will kick into gear. So make sure that this code is on every single page inside your sort of website, your web real estate, if you will. And then the Survey-to-Sale software will handle when and where to show the actual survey itself. All right. So there you go. That's how you create a survey. And again, if you want to go ahead and edit anything, you can say edit existing surveys, and then it will appear here. You can click on it, and you can go back through and change anything at all that you want to change. It's all right here. all at your fingertips. You can go in and change any particular question that you want from this sort of drop-up menu, etc., etc. Okay, so it should be fairly easy to go through and modify stuff if you like. And if you have any questions or any problems at all, feel free to reach out through the help section to us, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as humanly possible. All right, so take care of yourselves and enjoy Survey-to-Sale.